What I wanted
but
to do though with you, if you
yeah,
wanted, is and with everybody in the chat, I wanted to do. I saw this thing on Slash Film. I love Slash Film. It's a great like movie gossip website run by a bunch of great film critics, and I just love it. They're doing a tournament of terrors where you can kind of find which is your favorite horror movie. And I'm going to show you what this is. It's like so
yeah.
here it is. That's their tournament of terrors. I figured we could use this
Oh,
as our
great.
see what you like, what you don't like, and everyone in the chat can get in there as well. People
This
are
is
saying that you're
great.
doing a little bit of ASMR right there with your with your
Oh,
ice
is it too loud? Sorry, guys.
cream.
I
No, good.
won't. Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Yeah, these are all.
All right, so what would you go here? Halloween versus Phantasm.
Is that the
I mean,
original? That's the original Halloween.
the original with Michael Myers.
Yeah, the original Halloween. I'm a big fan of. Phantasm. I'm not. I vaguely remember what it is, but I'm not that familiar. But I
don't remember Phantasm. Like I remember it was just a ball that had
there's
like
a ball that
grill.
has like these knives that shoot out of it, and that's kind of all I remember. But Halloween I love because it was shot in my neighborhood. It was shot here in Pasadena, a lot of it, and my friends, I have friends that live on the street where that hedge is, where there's like a big hedge where at one point Michael Myers is sticking out. And they my friends are sort of annoyed because this time of year, it's just all people taking selfies in front of their bush.
That's the worst.
Yeah. But yeah, so I would take Halloween because I think it's a pretty classic. It's a little slow. I will say, like I rewatched it recently. There's like a 10-minute driving sequence where Michael Myers in the mask is driving around like Pasadena, supposed to be Haddonfield. Yeah. And he's just driving for like 10 minutes. So it's a little slow, but classic. And I don't know that much about Phantasm other than I don't want to get stabbed with a ball.
I would say this. There's no people aren't dressing up as the Phantasm characters, or I wouldn't say that's like a leading Hollywood. Like there's no reboots of Phantasm. I think the staying power of Halloween is pretty strong. John Carpenter is amazing. There's your Mike Myers mask. Which do you know the thing about that Mike Myers mask?
Oh yeah. Just went to space with William Shatner. Just went to space.
Yeah. It is William Shatner's face. That was a mold that they took, which is I wish they should get him in these movies. I mean, he's still alive. While he's still alive, get him in there.
What did you think about? We'll talk later about that, but like Shatner going to space was pretty. That kind of blew my mind.
I don't get why anyone's going to space, honestly. Like, because all it is like a vomit comet, right? You're just going up, you're getting out into the atmosphere, and then you're coming right back down.
Yeah, well, it's rich people going to space. That's what it is. I mean, it's like, and it's also weird. I mean, look, I'm psyched that we have the technology to do that. But it's fucked up that the richest guy in the world is the gatekeeper to space, who's like, who can go to space next? I choose you, and then they like suck his dick afterwards. They're like, oh, thank you so much. Like that's a lot, but
I don't know. To me, I think it all like this like consumer space travel is just dumb as shit. Like I just think it's like, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just like, I don't care to get it. I mean, because honestly, what are we going to see? We're going to finally understand the world is flat.
Whoa. Okay. Well, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah. Sure.
So my takeaway from what you just said is that you believe the world is flat. Is that right?
Well, I mean, I don't believe it. I know it.
Okay. So you think that when they go up there and they look down at Earth, they just see like a flat marble?
Yeah, I think they probably just see like what it looks like when you look at a map.
Okay. Agree to disagree. Yeah. I don't think we have the time. We don't have the time.
Okay, again, talk to William Shatner about it. All right, so people in the chat, I think everyone in the chat is saying Halloween as well. So right now, Halloween wins our first one.
Great.
We'll do one more or two more and let's see. Let's see about this one. This one is I think a tougher one. Would you go Child's Play versus Scream?
Okay.
Both kind of funny.
Scary. Yeah, I've never even remotely gotten Child's Play. Like I don't get it. It doesn't seem scary to me at all. Like it's so ridiculous that when there's no point to even I feel like the people that showed up to make the movie must have had a hard time, like even doing their jobs. Like the guy that's plugging in the lights and who's the people that are putting on makeup. Like I would just be like, what are we doing? Like this is a doll. Like it's not scary at all just because the doll looks ridiculous. That said, the creepy, what is it, Annabelle? Like that was a doll
Yeah.
also. I mean, same movie, I guess, but
There
that's
was a lot of
somehow.
like weird movies at this time. Well, first of all, I think Cabbage Patch Kids were a big deal at this time. So people were like, oh, what if like a
Okay.
Cabbage Patch Kid like was out to kill you? So I feel
Yeah.
like there's an element of that. But I really thought like the incongruity of like, because I think he's like a criminal who comes to like he comes to life and it's like Brad Dourif's voice. He's like, hey, you motherfucker, get over here. You know, like that, like it seems like a one joke kind of premise, but then they really lean into the comedy of it. And then he's getting married to Jennifer Tilly. Then Aubrey
Yeah.
Plaza's in the new one. I think that, I mean, as a kid, I liked it because it was scary enough for me to watch, but not be
Yeah.
scared of. So I felt like I was into horror movies. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
That's
know.
yeah, that's sort of the real estate that it occupies. Like it's enough of a horror movie to be like, I'm watching a horror movie, but you're not really scared. Scream, I think, is like a good movie. I think I haven't watched
Wes
Scream in a while,
Craven.
but Scream is like really scary and it's super funny at points and also like a good like thriller movie, you know?
Wins on comedy, wins on scares. Now,
Yeah.
a lot of people in the chat are saying, are you picking Scream over Child's Play because of your connection to one of the stars of Scream who was in the Descendants, Matthew Lillard?
Mm.
Do you feel like you have an allegiance to pick that? Like, I want to, call you
I
on.
didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. I do like Matthew Lillard. He's a sweet guy,
Yeah.
but I didn't think about that when I said that.
Okay.
Still,
Got it. All
I
right.
think
So this is
pound for pound, I think not pound for pound. Why don't you can't just throw out expressions, Rob? But I think that any sane person would pick Scream over Child's Play. That seems like a
I feel like that's what we're seeing in the chat too.
yeah.
By the way, Rob, have you seen, this is not in our thing, but I want to tell you about this movie. Have you seen this movie Raw?
Is it the
It's a French film.
No. I can tell you, I have not seen it. I'm not going to watch
It
a French film.
is really, it messed me up. Raw messed me up. I don't want to tell you anything about it if you happen to watch it.
Okay.
But it really messed with my mind.
Okay.
And I'm still thinking about the images I saw. But that director just came up with a movie called Titan, which everyone is saying, like, they're like, oh, Raw is base level easy.
Yeah.
And Titan is going to really mess with you. Like, people are, I mean, I think the director, we talked about this a little bit on Unspooled a little bit too. Like, the director is like not trying to make movies to make you pass out in the theater. I think there's a bigger theme at play in both of them, but it's some stuff that I've never seen before in films.
Wow. Have you ever seen Mandy with Nick Cage? Yeah. That that's a good one. That's like a fucking violent acid trip movie, but it's like so super cool, yeah, amazing.
All right. This first round here.
I like that we're just naming movies that are good that are also
we're getting into the Halloween spirit. I'll say this one is another good one.
Do you okay?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we'll do this one, then we can go to Alien versus Final.
Let me do a little ASMR real quick. All right. These are the little tiny ice cubes that I got, guys. These are the little pellet cubes. It's no big deal. I can afford it. You can get it at Best Buy. It's a freezer that just makes these tiny ice pellets. I'm not sponsored by them, but I would like to be.
By ice pellets. This one I think is easy. Everyone just think don't even talk about it. Alien versus
that's Alien's amazing. The premise of Final Destination is like that pitch is like a good pitch, but not a I don't know how they made so many. Didn't they make like 5 of those or something?
Oh yeah, they made a bunch. And I mean, basically, it's like if death comes for you, you can't escape death. Death.
You can't escape
I
it.
mean, they're fun, but they're dumb. Like if you put that against Child's Play, that would be more of a fun discussion. I think you can't just put these great ones here. This is the end of the first bracket, so we're getting some answers here.
Okay, great. Now I have a very important question for you about Halloween. Oh wow, are we still going with that? Oh wow,
this is the end of this first bracket. We'll come back to it later.
Oh, okay,
go down.
Gotcha.
Evil Dead versus Frankenstein. I mean, like, so let's say all the old school Universal movie monsters, Dracula, werewolf, everything, versus Evil Dead. I mean, to me, I've seen those old school movies. I appreciate them for what they are. Right. But Evil Dead is amazing.
Yeah, Evil Dead is a fun ride. And yeah, I feel like, you know, those old movies are cool. You can definitely, like you said, appreciate what they're doing, and the fact that they were really, I guess, creating like a genre. Or I'm sure that it had been.
I get people are saying right now, well, without old school movies, there would be no Evil Dead. But but
who cares? It doesn't matter. Like, yeah.
Who cares? I mean, what are we going to be watching? I mean, like, you know, I mean, pound for pound, I will
pound for pound. I let pound for pound slip out. And it wasn't even a comparison that I don't know why I said pound for pound, but now that's going to be my thing, I guess.
I saw Evil Dead
pound for
Broadway. Pound for pound. I saw they did an Evil Dead stage musical. And it was so bloody and so crazy. Like, it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen, because it's like they're running chainsaws on people in the audience.
That would be fun. Well, you know, I think that sort of thing, like a horror show, one of my favorite things, and we've talked about this briefly on here before, like maybe even last year, but we used to do that show a million years ago at UCB called Kilgore. And Kilgore was, for people that weren't in New York, it was like a horror, you know, musical that we did on stage. It was not improvised, it was scripted, but it was basically the blood, cartoonishly bloody. Like the stage was like, started out, the stage was like draped in white sheets, and you just knew when you came into the theater that it was just going to be covered in fake blood.
We literally put tarps throughout the entire theater, front stage and backstage, to cover every possible surface. And we had to do it 3 times, because we do the show like 3 times in one night. And after one show, we would take off 1 layer of tarps, and there'd be another. And it was just like, you were covered basically in red chocolate sauce all night long. It was so brutal. It was so fun.
But that kind of thing, I think, is, I feel like there should be more of that.